You won't be wearing that long.
Sarah, you naughty little girl. Thanks, Mel. You're the best.
You know you have to try it on. What? Come on, model it for us.
Please, you guys.
It's not a request, it's a demand.
Don't be nervous, honey. It's just marriage.
We're waiting.
How's it look?
I'm coming.
Darling, if you were in there shaving your leg.
Don't even bother, because nothing can ruin romance like fresh razor burn. You guys,
We're still waiting.
Sarah, are you all right?
Hello?
Sarah? Oh my God. Just stay calm, Sarah. Ashley, get some help, please.
Miles, you know, you'd think with a $28 billion budget, we'd be able to get a decent cup of coffee. Let's go. Maybe some cream. All right, everybody. Listen up. 2 days ago, Sarah Doyle lost consciousness at her bridal shower with flu-like symptoms. 24 hours later, 5 other patients were admitted with the same symptoms: fever, chills, chest pains, and confusion. 3 of them are now dead.
Any initial commonalities?
All 6 were female, and they lived in the same suburb outside of Philadelphia.
The flu doesn't usually lead to confusion.
Yeah, not even with a Spanish flu.
Maybe we're looking at something neurological.
Well, the respiratory distress could be cutting off the oxygen to the brain.
We should also look for some sort of toxicity or chemical abuse.
6 stone suburbanites. Wouldn't be the first time.
We go to Philadelphia. One of these 3 patients have a medical history.
Minimal. One has a history of hypertension, and all 3 are non-smokers.
How about the 3 that have died?
The coroner hasn't released the autopsy results.
Eva, contact the coroner's office. Have them send those results as soon as possible.
Dr. Eckhart, where are you in initial testing?
We've started testing for viral and bacterial pneumonia.
What about fungal?
If it's even a cousin of pneumonia, we're testing for it, doctor.
Whatever this is irritates the lungs. It may be an aerosolized pathogen.
Houses in the burbs always being rebuilt, repainted, fumigated.
I'll start with toxicity tests and blood cultures.
These are the 3 surviving patients. Sarah Doyle, 27, fell ill at her bridal shower. Kathy Owens, 42. Mary Johnson, 55.
Sarah Doyle was the first reported victim.
That's right. Her fiancé, Alex, has not left her side.
Dr. McCabe, I want you attending on this one.
Thank you, Dr. Connor.
Dr. Connor and I are going to need some substantial lab time while we're here.
Of course, it's this way.
Sarah's in great shape. She even ran a 5K for charity a week ago.
Ever hear her complain of fatigue, chest pain, fever?
She said she's never felt better.
What about the other patients? Does she know any of them? You sure?
Look, we've been together for 3 years. I know all of her friends. She knows all of mine.
What does she do for a living?
She's an art teacher.
She paint?
Yeah. She works in oils mostly. Does that mean something?
It may. It may not. Is she taking any medication?
She had a cold a few days ago, sniffles, a minor cough. Why is that important?
Alex, I know that this is difficult, But if we're going to help Sarah, we need to know everything about her. Nothing is insignificant, including her state of mind.
The only thing on her mind was the wedding and where we're gonna live. After fighting about it for a while, I decided I was gonna sell my place and move into hers.
We're going to need access to her home. I'm guessing you have your own set of keys.
Yeah.
Whatever killed the first 3 victims is slowly killing the other 3.
The initial autopsy reports Eva received confirmed all 3 died when the cells in their lungs were destroyed, impairing their ability to breathe.
That's a tough way to go.
Which x-ray is Sarah Doyle's?
Well, she's lucky. Her lungs appear to be in better shape than the others. No, it's not luck. There's no way of knowing her level of exposure to whatever this is or predisposition compared to the other patients. What else can you tell us?
She's an artist, so she may have been overexposed to fumes from her oil paintings.
Makes toxic gas exposure worth looking into.
How does that play into the blood cultures you're running?
There's no growth. They're still pending.
Okay. Miles, you stay bedside. If there are any visitors, ask questions. I want to know what connects Sarah Doyle to Kathy Owens to Mary Johnson.
I'll keep a watch on the cultures and compare our results to Dr. Eckhart's.
Great. Val, you're with me. Let's go. Looks like nothing's been touched since the bridal shower. Even the cake's still here.
You smell that?
Paint fumes.
Miles says she's an artist.
Toxic paint fumes wouldn't explain why the unrelated women got sick.
Unless some of the others were artists.
Bag some samples. If whatever caused her sickness is here, I want to find it. Miles, I want you to check the dextromethorphan levels of all the patients and the victims.
You thinking possible DXM overdose?
That could be the toxic exposure. Symptoms match. Blurred vision, hallucinations, loss of consciousness. With the right amount, reaction to the ingredients in cough medicine can have the same effect as PCP.
Okay.
Looks like Sarah Doyle has a lot of bridesmaids. Sarah must have got sick before she could hand out her gifts. What do these go for? A couple hundred a pop?
You're asking me.
Right. Connor,
You've got to come back and see this.
what do you got?
I've checked it 5 times to be sure. Boxcar-shaped gram-positive rods are present in all the patients.
Are you absolutely positive?
I've already called Eva. She's going to be busy on this one.
I'm on my way.
What is it?
Anthrax.
Anthrax? Should I put out a health alert?
No, put out an EI exchange since it only goes out to the state's Department of Health. There's no reason to incite a panic.
And I'll talk to the family members of the patients.
And keep the press 2 steps behind us.
That's what I do.
Miles,
Thank you.
Where do we start?
we need to know if the source of the anthrax is from something they ate, touched, or inhaled.
I'll check for acute inflammation on the intestinal tract to rule out gastrointestinal anthrax.
Any black lesions on Sarah Doyle?
None so far.
All right, there most likely isn't something they've touched or would have already seen open sores. But check again.
If it's an inhalational exposure, what's the fatality estimate?
75%.
Why is Sarah being moved?
Her fiancé asked for a private room. He said if these are her last days, he'd like to spend them alone with her.
Okay.
How are we doing with the other 2 women?
I'm pushing 2 million units of penicillin G4 every 3 hours and added Cipro.
I want our team and the staff treating these patients given the anthrax vaccine and put on Cipro as well.
Stephen, I know the vaccine isn't available to the general public, but what about the patients' families?
As soon as the vaccine arrives here from NIH, administered to the families. But they may have already been exposed.
I'll take care of it.
Connor. Right there. Agent Borman.
Stephen, good to see you again.
Didn't take the FBI along this time.
So what kind of anthrax are we dealing with?
We're narrowing down the possibilities.
Is there any indication whether it's naturally acquired anthrax or weapons grade?
Right now, we can't rule out anything.
So we can't rule out bioterrorism.
Remember the slaughterhouse? 3 farmers infected with anthrax simply by petting their cattle.
They were back to good health in a week.
Let's just hope we have the same thing here.
Now let's hope.
How much longer until this is taken out of my hands?
I can't promise anything.
That doesn't change my question.
You keep us in the loop.
If we find anything, you'll be the first to know.
How are you doing?
It's been a long day.
I can only imagine. But she's in good hands. Anything that can be done is being done. Alex, there's never a good time to bring this up. God knows you've been through enough already. But I just want to make sure you understand the confidential nature of what we do. What I'm saying is, no one has to know that Sarah's been exposed to anthrax.
You're going through enough. I wouldn't want reporters beating down your door, and if they hear about anthrax, they will.
Do you understand?
Sure.
Checked all 3 patients. None have any lesions.
That helps rule out cutaneous anthrax.
And according to the coroner, there was no inflammation of the gastrointestinal tract in any of the victims.
Okay. We can eliminate anthrax contamination through touch or ingestion. That just leaves inhalation.
Are there any side effects of this vaccine I should know about?
Very mild headaches, itching, or fatigue in 1 out of 5. Oh, and a very sore arm.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, all right. Even makes 5.
Natalie, where are you with testing?
The cough medicine came back negative for any traces of anthrax, and Sarah's blood work showed no signs of toxic gas poisoning from the paint fumes.
I just got a hit on the EI exchange.
How many?
5 more cases. They're being transferred here now.